The classic Bond, though, with a surprise ending, right? One you would never see coming, right? Except they're hinting at Daniel Craig ever playing the role again. Think about that, right? When you go see the new Bond movie, right? It's called The Ultimate Sacrifice. Jesus made it. It proves you really love the person you're fighting for, right? But it is the Bonds all the way up to the end, right? You got the car chases, you got the action, you got the people around him dying, even his best friends and enemies. you know. But the one character you don't think will ever be killed off, maybe in a million years, huh? Right? But you don't say it, do you? Right? You hint at it. But again, you killed off the number one Star Wars character, right? You know what's happened. Who confesses he finally believes in the Force before he dies, right? Does that bother you? Right? Well, one's fictional from a different perspective, right? And one's not. That's the point. Do you tell the secret, even if you guess the secret? But if it's not supposed to be a secret, and it's obvious the answer, are you supposed to tell the correct answer? Yeah, you can do that. That's an option. But that's ruining it for everybody else. No. Why is it though? But if we did make love and I lost an hour of time, or somehow, right, so I say the time wasn't turned back, which would be that night, by the way, not the day of, right? It was Saturday, right? Even if we had daylight saving time the night after, right? Try again. Right. Even if it was daylight savings time that November, right? It's the night of Saturday, not Sunday, not Sunday. So try again. Yeah, by January, okay, if the clocks aren't turned back, yeah, something's wrong. And you call the police on me, right? And I'm just getting a nail job once a month, right? Something's wrong with you. Very wrong with you. Very wrong with you. All I'm trying to do is love you as anyone. Because I'm someone. Well, no. So why be mean about it? Or is it someone you know, right? Or someone I know, right? One of your exes or one of my exes, right? Is it you who can't handle it or me who can't handle it, right? Right. And if Asian men eat a lot of food, they'll get fat like anyone else. And if they don't, they'll be thin like anyone else, right? And if you got an injury, you're doing the best you can, like everybody else, right? And like I said, I can only show you the injury in the bathroom or whatever you want to talk about, but that's for privacy's sake, right? And I don't condemn you, right? Uh-oh. Something about Tony Bennett told me about I don't know. Just on NBC, right? But like I said, why would the boyfriend kill the girlfriend anyway, right? If you're the last one to make contact with her, right? You know that's gonna look bad on you. Unless you're saying someone else went up there with her, right? Or murdered her. Why to frame you? Why to frame you? Or did she tell you information you didn't want to hear suddenly, right? Everything was going good, it seemed, right? Until then, too, right? I know. With Gabby case, right? But the thing is, like I said, most problem with that is the girl tends to stay with her victimizer, right? Even though once he starts victimizing her, he also promises he won't do it again, right? And usually he doesn't again, right? If they're that kind of wired, right? Now, right? If I'm looking for sex, though, right, any woman, including my ex-wife or ex-stepmother, could try to have sex with me, but one, I would refuse because of how she did me, right? Right. One, I don't know would even want to be with me because she's not supposed to either, right? I mean, that too, right? So how am I crazy about it? Because I know I didn't touch her, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I know I wouldn't touch her, no matter what, whether I was conscious or not, right? If I'm sleeping on the couch, no one's gonna touch her. Essentially, right? Now, I might be wondering, okay, if I think she needs to pee and she's in there with the living room, right? And I'd think, well, she's got to walk to the damn toilet, so I go take her pennies, right? So she can walk to the toilet. That's still not something sexual, right? Is it? Does everybody understand why? Does that make sense? See, no one believes whoever's accusing you. You can't believe them if I'm on the couch, right? And the wife and the daughter are in the bedroom, right? That doesn't make sense. That don't compute. If it does not fit, you must quit for real, right? We're not talking about a glove here. We're talking about sleeping in two different locations too. One where the child would actually have to go in there to be, or I could get in trouble just trying to wake up the mother, right? So I can give it excuses why I'm trying to go there. Right. Even then. But the mother never said that happened either, did she? No. I don't know what she says to anyone. No. She's not saying that either, nor is the biological dad, nor is the granddad or the grandma, right? But they're going to contact you if they're listening to the story first, right? Because they had the contact with the child to determine if or when or why she would even wake me up in the middle of the night, right? If I'm on the couch, right? So the whole story I'm telling you, my confession is my sleeping location was not with my ex-wife at the time, and her daughter were sleeping in our room together, and I was on the couch, right? That's my confession, right? And that's why she hates it or he hates it, right? He can't prove I'm trying to sleep with a 4-year-old. Like his own daughter, perhaps, was 4. That could be evil Pastor Thomas, right? And evil Pastor Davis trying to play the role of the two witnesses, right? That could be the reason why. I know. I don't know. It's a guess. But if they are, trust me, they're not. Not because they're right, but because they're not letting you be saved by grace through faith, not of works, least any man should boast. They're condemning you by judging you who use the titles the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, right? If that's what Jesus said specifically, who says you can't use that to baptize people in? You're just saying you don't know what the name is, right? And that's not unreasonable if the Jews don't even use their name for God, right? Or you have to figure out what it is. If you have to figure out what it is, that could be just as difficult and take a long period of time, right? As well. Right. But I'm the bad guy because I will bring my stepdaughter back to her mother if she woke me up. Right. Is that right? That is like, Michelle, might use me for the hour, right, and have sex with me or not, right, if she believes me over the person accusing me, right? And I'm looking for an Asian type girl, right? But like I said, Aquafina would have to come here, right? I don't know that happened, Aquafina. Right? I'm not saying that really happened, Aquafina. Or anyone. Even Miley Cyrus, who actually I know came to Georgia. I thought she came to Georgia for Liam. Not Jay, not Jay. Unless Liam didn't get it. Jay did. And she knew Shay would be with her, not Lim. But then Lim and the family would be mad with Shane for knowing what Miley wanted and give her to what she wanted. And that would be why Shay wouldn't let her. Okay. They would attempt to harm Shay. Only because Miley, though, would leave her residence and go to Shane's apartment. Right? They would go after her, and she would be there long enough to have sex with Shane, right? And then leave with them, right? Exactly. But then they would attempt to murder Shane right in front of her, right? Would they? Would they? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Shane don't know. Shane would never say I would do that or they would do that. He can't prove that either. But there's no reason for Molly to be messy with Shane, right? Or me either, right? At the time, even if he knows why I'm there, is to be with him, right? He would still give me that choice and not think I wanted him, right? But see, he don't know why that would tip him or tip me or not, right? Or why Lim would insist on waiting for marriage if he did or not, right? And though Shane knows about premarital sex, right? And what Boza says, right? That if you entice a maid and lay with her, you can endow her to be your wife, right? If he laid with her, and even if the father refused to the point of shooting Shane or the one she's seen, boyfriend or engaged, they're not legally married yet. Right? Though again, right, I wouldn't expect her to do that, right? Right. But if Molly, okay, is pissing Molly off, or Molly, right? I'm not trying to be with either Molly or Molly, right? Either. I'm trying to tell her that too, right? No, I can't say it happened then, can I? No. But you know who would have a bigger deal now, a bigger breaker there, a bigger problem? Her and her family. Because then it would be known Molly slept with a schizophrenic guy. For an example. To choose her because he actually was near me. So I'm trying to talk to Molly, right? Not Molly. And I know who's who. I would recognize Molly from Molly a mile away. But I don't know Molly are having a problem. Or what the problem is, right? Or who Molly is, right? Unless again, this traces back to Mark, right? And Mark's really easy. And Mark. And like I said, Big Roddy's having something there, right? Because we know little Roddy ain't his, but one is, right? But the one that is Buzz, right? Mark Eddie Crutchfield. He named the boy Roger Edward Crutchfield III, whatever, right? Exactly. Giving him his daddy's name. Or fourth, but why? To that too, right? But as they're getting older, they're not even looking alike. But that's gonna piss him off because I bet my mom's trying to tell him, and he don't want to hear that, right? But it's probably true. But it's probably true. But then, okay, my mom likes smoking marijuana, right? And we know she has smoked marijuana before she could have sex with her son. Ever. But okay, what then? What then? Why was I blacked out at 16? What would that have to do with? Like every teenage boy, I'm trying to get believed whether I remember the sex or not. Right. Now, only if, like I said, with Melissa or Louise, right, somehow I got near them, right, and we had sex, right, and I don't remember the sex again, right, and again, right, right. Where are you gonna do it? At school? Where are you gonna do it? In the club, right? And who's gonna black me out if after we had the sex, Kathy, right? My dad, my mom, right? My other jealous girlfriend, right? Or my friend, right? That's right. Whoever's doing it, though, they're cock blocking, right? While I'm getting the action, right? They're not wanting me to, they're not. Or to even remember it, right? But if they are, they're no longer being a good person toward me, right? And I'm just trying to find a girlfriend like your average male, right? If I don't remember I'm with the girl, I'm again having amnesia, right? And then you're caught blocking me in causing me amnesia, even if I get the girl pregnant, so what then? You're making some other male take up my slack because I don't know I did her right or did something with her right. And again, he's not going to want to do that. Like Lynn and Molly and finally breaking up, right? Right. At least that's the current rumor. But whatever. Something came between them, right? Same with J-Lo and B. But I never mess with J-Lo either. You don't mess with someone whenever someone. Unless the woman comes up to you so strong, right? Yeah. You just can't tell her that. You just can't tell her that. Because I taught her a good game or I deliver. You deliver. Right. It's one thing to talk about Brad Pitt having sex with Angelina Jolie for 4 hours versus someone who can actually almost do it without Viagra. That would still be me. Right? But still, I don't know nothing about Angelina Jolie either. Though they adopted an Asian-looking child. Okay. But that's good. Who they show to the public. Now, I have a problem with the story about who, Meghan and Harry. Yes, the boy is white, and yes, Meghan's mixed black, but I don't see any mixed with Archibald. I mean, Archie, whatever his name is, right? Either. I know I'm a lottery child because I have one. I know of the one woman who did marry me, right? But like I said, anyone can have a problem with this at any time if you want to make it an issue. But the problem with the issue is I'm on the couch, right? You're still going to make the stepdaughter wonder what the hell you're talking about. You're going to interfere with her dating life, and that's going to be a problem for her, right? But I'm still single, right? You're keeping me single, the whole time, and that's my fault. How? Right? I don't even know where she's at. Right? She could be in the neighborhood, living right down the street, and I wouldn't know. Right? Or right, up the block, or anywhere in the Savannah area, and having sex with me every night, and I still don't know. Right? But Caitlin, Shane. I don't think you'd make a bad couple. But I don't know, Caitlin likes me that way. Only Caitlin, that's how she feels, right? But I'll give her the right to feel that way, right? Mm-hmm. Too. But if Molly's done been down this road, right, she's enjoying it like any other woman would, right? But at the same time, I mean, if she understands the situation is I'm not trying to cheat on her or anyone, by keeping me single, I can still mingle, but she also knows she can come back, right? And I'm not trying to cheat. I would never try to cheat on you consciously, no matter who else I'm with. Which means they're also blacking me out because of the other women. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's also confessing that to you that I'm not trying to cheat. I'm not trying to do you wrong. Right? I just don't know. I just don't know. Right? Well, like I said, right? It only goes so far and so long, right? And see, someone else can have sex with them in the bathroom, not just me. See, that's the point too, right? I can't have sex with every woman I fantasize about, right? Right. But it is the fantasy, by the way, right? That's all I'm talking about, right? It's not a crime to fantasize about even Miley Cyrus if she's going in the bathroom of a car she's driving down the road and showing that ass and showing that ass. Every man seeing that's gonna say, wow, wow. If you have a heart for women or attracted to women, right? But don't be mad, right? If you're the part of the problem, right? Part of the problem is you're interfering with my dating life. And if someone was with me, they like the sex, right? They'll always like the sex, right? Even after herself, though, I'm telling her no, right? Of all the women I was with. Why? Because she's divorced, right? In a way. Like, if your wife leaves you stranded in Tennessee, right? She's not a good wife, right? And she's not even apologizing for it, right? You understand that, dude? She's not sorry she did. She told me several times, right? So I'm not sorry I divorced your ass then. Bye, right? Right. But I'm the one in the wrong, not her, right? Who would have to let her daughter be in there with me at least, say, 2 minutes, right? You know, in her time, right? But for me and her, less than 30 seconds, right? As I'm trying to figure out what's going on, right? For real, for real. It ain't the same testimony from me to the daughter to the mother either, is it? No. It's not consistent. It's not consistently the same, right? Because see, if the girl wasn't a virgin, I wouldn't know that, right? But that's the one thing you can have sex with someone and prove, right? If you are a virgin, right? If you're not a virgin as well, right? You'll know that when you have sex too, right? But you can only pop it once. You can't pop it twice unless you have the surgery, what they call a hymen surgery, right? And again, you have to actually schedule that surgery as an adult woman, right? Before you go back, for example, to an Islamic country, then if you're an Islamic woman and you have sex, right, you would have to reconstruct your hymen, right? So that your man don't know, even if you had a baby with another man, right, in America, like, had to give it up for adoption or something, that you had to give it up for adoption. But again, right, I know if a Muslim woman did do that with you, I popped your cherries, you would have to do that, right? Before she could marry a Muslim man. Right? Now, what I would ask the Muslim girl, though, is are you betrothed, right? Yeah. See, if she's not betrothed, right, that's what's important there, too, right? Uh-huh. But I'm staying around the shit, right? I'm not going to Cairo, I'm not going to the popular places in uh, Egypt around there. I'm just hanging out right there where I'm at, or you're at. Same with Israel, though I do go on a tour the first time. The second time I'm not able to because of all the restricted liberty, right? Now my behavior also on the ship is going from good to worse, right? And again, I made it through the boot camp in A school, but when I get to the ship, that's when the problem multiplies. So what's the problem? People on the ship, people on the ship, right? Aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? And making it sexual, right? To interact with you, which is sexual harassment, because I'm working with it, right? See, me and Sheena are on two different ships, right? It's not sexual harassment if you have sex with someone and they're confused, right? But not at the same command as you, right? See, I don't work with Sheena, right? We're on two separate ships, right? That's a little different, right? Right. It's not your typical stalker situation, right? We don't see each other every day, right? You know what that means too, right? I'm confused as to why she's even breaking up with me. I don't know what's going on, right? I know I'm not trying to do her wrong. I know. So I know there's no reason unless the shipmates are interfering and writing her letters in my name, right? Typing them up like I would do that, right? But I'm writing her handwritten letters, right? I ever write my mom or my family handwritten letters, right? I don't use a typewriter at all. Right? Why would I do that? I'm not even a typist. I'm not a bad typist, but it takes me longer to type up a short letter or a short statement, even. Even for my friends, because I gotta make it look good, right? So I bet you might find a typo in there somewhere, and get them to try and sign it for me, because they know the worst of my behavior happens more in the Navy than around them, I guess, right? Unless they have a problem with the sex, right? And be trying to find a girlfriend every weekend. Which is what I'm trying to do, right? And waiting for one, right? But like with Lisa, if I say we're interested, right? But then someone's caught blocking me or Lisa, right? If we're having full sex, why don't I remember the full sex, right? Someone's caught blocking me there, right? That's what it's called. That's what it's called. What's going on is we're doing it, and after we're doing it, we're doing other things before it too, right? So we're doing the sex, and I don't remember it. So it's got to be after the sex I'm being wiped out, right? Right. Right. That's what I'm telling you too, right? Well, that's when you call on Jesus, a God, right? Now they know they designed you. That's it, right? Now the problem is though, if I'm with you, I do try to be with you until you keep acting like you have a problem with me, right? And then I have to let you go, right? That's if you want to, right? But then like I said though, if I don't know him with Molly, Molly has a shot of being with me over at say Daphne, right? Because Daphne was married to me and did me wrong, right? You don't go back to a woman who won't even admit she's wrong, right? If she admits she's wrong, she's not repentant, right? Of how she did you. So you can't go back to her until she apologizes, right? She's not even willing to tell me why she left me stranded in Tennessee. She's got to tell me why, right? I don't know why. That's where the drama started, though, was when she left me stranded in Tennessee, right? But the problem was her plan, because her mother made her wait till after 6 months to get her daughter, right? Because she wanted her to be in a stable relationship, right? With and married, right? Before she could have her, gives her a motive, which is right. There, me and my son and her daughter. But I had no motive. I had no motive to her, our son, or our daughter. But I'm the stepdad. I'm not the bad stepdad. And I don't think Sal's the bad biological sperm donors. I don't know. I don't know. But the one right there who can control the whole situation is Mommy Dearest, right? Not Daddy Dearest or Stepdaddy Dearest, right? We're where we're supposed to be. So Sal, by letting again Daphne take her back, is trusting her more than right. Yeah, yeah. The grandma too. So she's the only one who can decide what happened that night, right? If she's bringing her to the bathroom and that's back in the room, I don't see her anymore, and she knows the only place the child can go is into the living room with me if she's going to the bathroom with her. But only if I don't see her actually go all the way into the bathroom, right? Where she has to do that to let me know she's taking me to the bathroom, right? Or I'm going to think she's going to the bathroom, take her to the bathroom, But I'm in the living room, so I'm going to just adjust her there so she can lock the bed so we can come back. And then I'm going to adjust her when she's done. Well, the difference is, like I said, she can't walk if her underwear is bite down to her knees or ankles. You gotta take it completely off if you're in the living room, right? If she goes in there to eat, that makes sense too, right? Right. Because you know, if I'm into ninjas use ropes to tie you with, right? They bind your knees and ankles so you can't get out the trap. You can't walk. Well, that's why I know. She's got to walk to the bathroom from going to the living room with me, right? But if mom's hiding, why is she hiding? Right? She's hiding. And then all she can do is use a mirror to see me occasionally, right? Or something like crazy like that. And again, I'm not going to be doing one thing but at a time. If I'm pulling down her panties, right? That's so she can continue going to the bathroom and get to the toilet, right? But if she stays there, right, then I'm gonna have to make sure she didn't pee herself or something, which is a different action, right? And then, right, the girl's still 4. I'm not gonna try and have sex with her, right? No, okay. I'm not gonna touch it, right? No. I'm only gonna what? Try and smell it, right? Now, if the underwear's already off, you understand I'm just trying to smell it, right? Right. Then, I'm gonna want to know what's going on, right? Differently, right? Because this takes a few seconds, right? To do that deal, but not too long, not too irrational of an amount of time, right? So then the third thing is, does she have to pee? The fourth thing is, does she need a bath, right? If she peed herself or something, right? Well, I don't know. I don't know. She could have peed and be dry about it. I don't know. I don't know. Right. See, that's what I'm thinking. Right. If I'm interacting with her at all, I know. Right. Right. The difference is, though, in what? The hatred of the person who now hates me was pretending to love me and never wanted me. Is that mom again, right? Her mom, who had to use some male suddenly, right, to both get pregnant by and act like she was in a stable relationship with them. But she chose someone who's also mentally ill, who she might also could easily manipulate, right? But that's not Shane either, is it? Right? It's really hard to manipulate him, right? Or even tricking him in something, right? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We don't typically try to do that, right? Now, even driving through the mountains fast, right? If you got to be back by Monday, it's explainable, right? Right. But once you're through the mountains, she had no reason to be mad anymore, did she? No, no. And she's mad at something he don't even know why she's mad, right? She's just mad, right? After that. She's mad about some situation she's finding herself in to get her daughter from her mother, and that included him marrying him. Because she can't find a way out. He is being a stable husband and boyfriend. Now, he ain't trying to prove anything. But like I said, that depends on who I called, right? Who I thought to call, right? I don't know, right? Everyone has a reason, right? Or an excuse, right? But if Daphne didn't, right, she would be someone I would call eventually, right? If I couldn't work out something with Pastor Thomas, though. I don't know, right? I'll still have to figure out if I got my ID in the room, if I can even get my face, right? But I still gotta only call her because I don't think I can get my face, right? For sure. That's only if no one wanted to give me a shirt in the front, right? That's only if I discussed how I got off the roof, right? If it didn't bother me at all, I might not have said a damn thing to him. I don't know. All I know is, right, at a certain time, right, instead of getting on the window ledge, right, I'll black out, right? And that's my last memory, right? And that's all I can tell you, right? If that's my amnesia, that's my amnesia where it begins and ends, right? And again, I would recognize Daphne if she showed up to the salon. But it would have to be after me and the girl decided to go to the bathroom or not, right? Because as soon as she comes into the salon, I would get nervous, right? I would recognize her still, right? And Sheena, and right, right. And again, Sheena, you don't move to my place, my home, right town, because I'm not really stalking you if I move on from you to Nancy, right? And that's after being with other women, too. And having to deal with a crazy daughter, right? Also trying to put her vagina in my face, right? Because I know I did lick her mother, right? But not trying to do anything with her, right? Right? And then the other woman had her boyfriend kicked out, but her and her daughter went to the movies, and we met at the movies, and I gave her a ride home, and me and the mother did a nasty in the kitchen. And in the morning had sex, right? That's all I remember was being with mom, right? I'm not going to try to even approach the daughter, right? Same with the Indian girl. I don't care if he's with an older man, me or Joey. I'm going to try not to do that, right? Not that the girl's ugly or unattractive or again, right? But that's what I gotta tell her. You're too young for now. And then she would have to be there, that's right. And almost rape me and almost rape you. Technically, yeah. Technically, yeah. But I don't even remember talking to her before the birthday party. Because I'm turning 19 then. She's only 12, right? Or 13, right? But I'm not going to try to hit on that, right? Unless she isn't. Right. And she wants to sex with him and she tricks him, right? But he don't know. So again, she has an older brother who is around Shane's age. But that's why he wouldn't try to meet with her. And he would tell her that respectively too, right? You have an older brother. He wouldn't like it better if even I had sex. Right? Not that you're ugly, not that you're unattractive. You're just a typical 12-year-old girl. I can't do that, right? But here's the problem too. She does that, right? I'm not really rejecting her, and I know. I'm telling her her age is the problem, not her. And I'm doing it in a nice way, I know that, right? No, I would like you, but that's gotta wait, gotta wait. I can't even date you, so you're 16, right? But then she came to my party all by herself. She could do much. Now, anyone can show up to the party, and I'm not going to be rude and ask her to leave, did I? No. Because I did try. Right. But I wasn't supposed to, so. Right. And you can't do nothing about it until I'm 16, right? You told her all that. She won't listen. So what's he gonna do if she starts kissing on him and trying to fuck him, right? Like Joseph tried to flee. Sure. That means what? He's not trying to be with her even if she fucks him. She's fucking him, man. She made up her mind that he was the one for her. And she knows, like he said, whatever he's doing, he's at least around if she needs him until she's 16. Now, Maribel's older than her, though, when he meets her, right? I guess. Maribel's 19, right? She was 12, right? But Maribel would be in 95, right? But, right. And he never saw her again, right? After the one time, right? But see, she's wanting to have sex with someone for some reason, right? And going from one guy to another, right? And does have sex with my friend Joey, I know that, right? But I go, it's weird, period, right? So you gotta question the whole motivation of the girl, right? Who is she trying to be with? And it's my party, it's your party. So who's she trying to be with of the three men she's trying to be with, right? The much older guy who's in his 20s, right? Me, or my friend who's around her age, right? There's your choices, right? And I know it's statutory rape for her to be with two of us, right? But like I said, they just showed up. I didn't have no alcohol there. I just had your typical party sweat. Had a cake, had a chips, right? Soda. No alcohol. I'm 19. So is she coming there on purpose? Not because of what happened then, but before then when I was still 18. But that's what I would tell her too. Whenever it started with her, right? But she's not a virgin. And I don't know I had sex with her, right? Because I wouldn't even try. But see, she can come over to my house and just as the 8-year-old is trying to kiss me, but putting her head over my mouth and hers, right, which is weird, which could implicate the dad's doing something where he's putting his head over her mouth, pretending to kiss her, but rubbing on her, right? And she's doing it with Shane, right? But the dad's in law enforcement, by the way, right? So again, Shane don't know what the hell the girl's even trying to do with him, right? But he knows it's weird. But he could just be rubbing at the point, right? Not sex, not sex. Right. And even then, that's going to make the daughter feel weird feelings down there, right? I know. But that's why we keep talking about it, right? You can't prove it years later, right? The person has to admit it themselves and be part of the me dealing with it, right? But the problem is, it's years later, right? Most people report it, right? Now, the amnesia is the problem, too, who's causing it, right? Is it Lim and Molly's family, or is it someone from my past, right? It don't even mean they knew, right? If Molly came or not, right? I don't know, right? I definitely don't know, right? I'm the one who definitely can't say, because Molly's a celebrity, right? Though she can be with any man she wants to, too, right? I do know that about sex, so, right? You can be with any person who's alive or resurrected from the dead, by the way, Molly. I was not sure what's going on, but I'm still alive, right? For your benefit, right? It's not your fault if someone tried to attack me after we were together or not. I don't want to blame you either, right? Or make you feel bad, or like it was your fault, right? And it's easier sometimes for a girl to fall in love with an older man, especially a mature one, more her dad's age, right? Because that's called again the daddy effect. Some girls are looking for a daddy substitute, right? Because daddy ain't doing the job at home. He's trying, I'm not saying that. I don't mean to put anyone down, right? But often the girls acting out because of marital issues with mom and dad, right? Too. And like I said, right? You don't know, you couldn't be someone closer to you than you think, but you don't know, But she is her mother's daughter, right? She is her mother's daughter. Like you said, right? She said. And I won't do it. I won't let her. I know she's good. Okay.